Hi Virgo, my name is T. Welcome to So Help Me God. This reading is to tap into energy detox and purification. I use multiple decks, including Tarot Tape by Tia Hutton on Etsy. There are black and white and colored versions of those decks, so if you're interested in the decks, the links are in the channel description. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's see what we have for you. Okay. God, please show me what I need to see on behalf of Virgo. And please give them the discernment to know if and how these messages apply to them. Thank you. Ooh. I do not know how this got in. The deck is right side up. I don't know how this is upside down. I don't not remember putting this in upside down. But it says BS, deception, and accurate lies. Okay. I'm just checking, make sure all these cards are upright. I will look at reversals, but if they come out that way, I still like them to start off. Wow. And I even had the deck upright. Okay, let's see what else we have for you. For the wrath of man works not the righteousness of God. There's also some Chariot energy and some Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay. And right now under the bottom of the deck is 5 of Roots, which is lack, abandon, dissatisfaction. Okay, let's see what else we have. It didn't come out, but something that I noticed. Okay, this one, Page of Ideas. And one more for now. Okay, maybe 2 more want to come out. Okay, so there's 9 of Roots, which is wealthy, stable, plenty. And 8 of Drops, cold, wasted, leaving, thirst. It's akin to 8 of Cups in traditional tarot. So, and then under the bottom here is Knight of Ideas. It looks like, Virgo, it looks like what you must detox from and what you may already be in the process of detoxing from is gossip and BS. Not necessarily something that you're producing yourself, but there's someone around you that is focused on that and maybe trying to drag you into it. Pages are about communication. There's also youthfulness energy, immaturity to a certain extent. Pages, they communicate, they study, and as particularly the Page of Ideas. But there's curiosity there. And maybe some hasty talk. This curiosity may also be on your part, This reading is for Virgo, and that's one thing that you have in common with Gemini, the mercurial energy, right? So it's the messenger planet, the communication planet. I don't get the sense that this is you gossiping about someone, but if you do, maybe just be mindful of what you say and how you say may affect someone else. More than likely, as mentioned, this is someone else trying to drag you into it. And despite your curiosity, you might just want to detach from that person a little bit. When it seems like they're trying to spread something, because I'm sure you don't want someone to spread your business, right? So if someone's talking about something that you feel like, okay, maybe this is something that if that person wanted people to know, they would tell them directly, or maybe this is a little bit too personal. I know how I would feel if someone says something about me like this, or even if it's the truth, if they spoke on it without me being around or without giving me a chance to share it with whoever I want to. So it's like a lack of trust. If you feel your spidey sense going off in terms of that, then disengage. To a certain extent, this could be someone who is or can weaponize gossip against you, which is another reason to, all the more detach from that person. It's a good chance that what they're talking about anyway is inaccurate and exaggerated for their benefit, for their attention in some way. It could be inaccurate because this is I think the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde, which is going to last, in my understanding, I'm not an expert, but just from me recently looking it up, it will last until the end of November, the 29th or the 30th or something like that. So even if people are well-intentioned, if they talk too much, if they run their mouths too much, it's possible for misunderstanding now anyway. And you having that mercurial energy, you don't want to get caught up in some mess. So it's kind of just detoxing from, and I think Virgos are good at this. You're the hermit energy for a reason. You know how to, focus on yourself, go within, and a lot of you know how to mind your business. And I think that it pays off well for you anyway. It's something that's lucrative for you because you do work so hard and you have attention to detail, and I think you like to be thorough with what you do so that, whatever you're nursing, whatever creative ideas or work projects, responsibilities, whatever it is, you do a good job at it. And it could be that there's someone that you have to detox from your energy, or just that curious nature, that outward curiosity that you may or may not give into sometimes. It's like, get rid of that distraction. That's what you have to detox and purify from. It could be someone who is purposely trying to distract you because you are doing so well, but it looks like the advice is to walk away from it because it doesn't serve you. If it's not serving the purpose of inspiring you, giving you some resources or sweat equity for this, whatever you're working on, if it's not something that's going to help to build something or uplift you or somebody that you know in a positive way, then it is not needed, and detach from it because you don't want it to cling to your energy and mess you up either, mess up what you're working on. It's possible that something that someone said, some BS or lie, inaccuracy, was said or done on purpose and did affect you specifically because you have the wrath of people works not the righteousness of God. This is regardless of what religion or, belief you subscribe to. This is the biblical scripture that pretty much says it says, I mean, in most interpretations or translations, it says for the wrath of man, but it doesn't matter. It's for the wrath of people, meaning people wrong you, but let the divine take care of it. Let the universe take care of it. They will get their karma. It may not even be in a way that you would expect, or that seems like it's immediately tied to you, but it's what's just for them. Something that might even help them, a lesson learned, something that they need to learn. And hopefully in a way that they can realize that, okay, you cannot do that. Whatever they did to hurt you or inspire your wrath, you cannot do that to people. So hopefully it's a lesson that will be learned in a way that they get it. But regardless, Chariot energy is Cancerian energy, which is balancing of emotions, right? Ups and downs, like a roller coaster of emotions, and triumphing in that your emotions are balanced. So it's kind of like a surrender to faith that justice is going to happen one way or another. Justice, karma, be it good, be it bad. We all, have good karma and bad karma coming to us, right? Good lessons and rewards for things that we've done. If we have a karmic surplus, and if we got a karmic deficit, sometimes we got to get our behinds whooped a little bit. But I think this is still part of the, if you were betrayed or talked about in some way, you might have a right to be, you have a right to feel how you feel, and your anger may be warranted. But you'd be best to clear your energy for your own well-being in that same hermit mode that you're known for. And when you do that, you balance, you triumph in your emotions, you're able to move forward, and something positive is coming your way. It's like you get good karma, and something positive happens even out of a negative situation. You gain some type of win that maybe you would have sacrificed if you had handled things in your way, or handle things not necessarily in your way, but maybe on the level of this person that's running off of the mouth, which is not how you want to handle it. You want to detox so that you can elevate yourself and keep yourself there. To a certain extent, this might also be detoxing from social media. And it doesn't have to be permanent. These things don't have to be permanent, but for right now, anything that's too focused on gossip or that will distract you from your success. Or brings your energy down. Let's see what else we have for you. Wait a minute. Looks like this one wants to come out. Let's see. Okay. Now, this deck I did have upside down. It's only because this colored version, I have a correct, a batch of correct, and then this one is from the ones where they're all of them is the same. The cards are correct on the front, right? And they can be read upright or in reverse, but the backs of them are reversed. the printer made an error. So these are the ones I'm using. So in other words, sometimes I pick the deck up wrong. Okay. So I'm going to turn this in the upright, and this is calm. This is not something that was pulled in reverse. This is something where I picked up the deck up wrong because I'm using the oopsie deck, the oopsie version of that. Anyways, this is Six of Ideas, akin to Swords in traditional tarot. And that's good. It's actually calming and balanced energy. So, yeah, it looks like you understood the assignment. You're understanding the assignment. You will understand it, is to be impervious to, to BS. Or something that is not, is not your business. Some mess that someone's trying to drag you into. You might even be the person that kind of shuts this person down as well. Especially if you're protective or defensive over whoever the topic is. If it's not you, the topic of discussion, that could be part of your wrath as well. But I think that you're going to be able to handle this calmly. And I think you're not going to feed into it, and it's going to kind of like, just by not feeding into it, giving it much attention, it's going to, by default, I think, shut this person up a little bit. You might even just politely, like, civilly say, oh yeah, okay, whatever, da 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 da, and just walk away. Or you might tell them, I don't think we should be talking about that. That doesn't seem appropriate. And something as simple as that, and just this person might be floored. Because right now, under the bottom of the deck, just at this moment, is Three of Swords. So there's definitely someone here who cannot be trusted. They can't be trusted. And with these two cards together like this, you are trimming the fat. You are interested in no waste, because you got bigger fish to fry, more lucrative things to focus on. If it's petty, you're walking away. There's also a lot of times I associate this with Capricorn energy, but I think this is your energy as well, because it's roots akin to pentacles. You might also have Pisces in your chart. It could be a Pisces involved in gossip as well, either the recipient or the person dishing it out. I don't know if they're on the receiving end or not. Okay. This is also Three of Ideas. It could be any air sign, but a lot of times I do associate it with Gemini energy. Now, Gemini, when they're self-aware and mature, a lot of them can use their words to protect people. And they can be very loyal and protective of their friends. So it's not to say that betrayal or gossip is always a Gemini thing, but in terms of this particular sequence of numbers per element, the first set of numbers goes to the first sign, the way I read it. So the 2, 3, and 4 would be Gemini. Just like, for example, in another sign, 2, 3, and 4 of roots would be associated with Taurus. 2, 3, 4 of flames, I would associate that with Aries. It could also not be an air sign at all, but just the energy of betrayal, gossip, or heartbreak. It's under here, and it makes sense with the rest of these cards. So let's see what else that we have. And again, during this post-shadow period for the retrograde, it could be that the intention is fine, but it's misconstrued as, it's confused or is misconstrued as someone having malintent. So the message is still the same, to disengage. Yeah, 10 of flames, aka wands. A painful ending, a burdensome, it's like the max of burdensome energy, but it could also be the end to pain or the end to a burdensome situation, because this 10 breaks down to a 1, which is like, is almost like Ace of Flames energy, right? When you reach the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up, right? So this is almost like starting over with inspiration, dynamism from God, divine intervention, which makes sense, right? God lighting a fire, so to speak, under someone, the divine, universe, source, whatever you believe in, that sets things right, regardless of your level of anger or not. It's something that's bigger than you. And under the bottom right now, there's Queen of Flames, which is Leo energy. Which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it is attractive energy, go-getter energy, very positive and bold. Could be the way someone is seen, which causes them to be the topic of discussion. Some of you, as Virgos, you might have Leo in your birth chart, but it didn't come out, but it's something that I noticed, and I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so 8 of ideas. Prison overthink. Yeah, this person who talks a lot is really almost obsessed with something. Ten of Flames. Home, ardor, arguably a marriage card. Is twin flame energy, but it's stability, right? Stability in a relationship or within an individual, stability within their home. This person is curious about someone's stability, and wow, they're really in their business. Your detox and purification might have something to do with your home. Even if it's one that you're having built now, or that you're working on building now, have recently moved to, have recently purchased. And then the other aspect of that is potentially ensuring that for the time being, your home is, be careful about the visitors that you have there. For now. some of you also, regardless of other people, outside influences of what they say, what they do, part of the detox is tidying up your space just to make you feel better, to give you a sense of calm and balance and charm. Some of you guys might like to do that anyway. It's not spring cleaning season, right? At least not in East Coast in the US. But maybe some of you are feeling the urge to do some fall cleaning. There are people out there that actually they find cleaning very rewarding. They don't find it as a as a chore or, you know, a necessary evil. They actually like it. It might be something that makes you feel better, to clear the messiness from gossip and a messy person's agenda, and also literally a clean or neat or organized office, workspace, home, someplace where you spend a lot of energy, where the more organized it is, the better your creativity is able to flow. Okay, that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you.